We hit Massive today to take a look at the level that you guys designed for the upcoming Assassin's Creed game. Of course, one of the biggest franchises on the market right now. And I guess it must be really cool for you guys too to have set your fingerprint on the series from now on.
Yes, absolutely. This turned out to be a very exciting project to be a part of. And we have been working very hard throughout the spring and the summer all the way to make it in time for the Christmas release, basically.
So for everyone who hasn't had a look at the level you did so far, it is really a big departure from the rest of the game and from the rest of the series. So could you please tell people what the idea behind it was?
Yes, it's absolutely it's different from the Assassin's Creed, but somehow it fits in. So it's a first-person environment puzzle game. We call it a user-created platformer. The basic game mechanic is that you can create blocks of matter in empty space, and that gives you the ability to climb anywhere, which is quite unique because normally you use gravity as a level design thing to control where the player can walk. So it's a very volumetric and 3D based game, and this turned out to be a good match for Assassin's Creed because the core thing in Assassin's Creed is the climbing, and we do the climbing in a different way, and we also have the digital environment of the Animus in Assassin's Creed, and that's also something that fits with this game very well. And another thing that works well is that Desmond is in a coma. He's basically in a dream world. He's also inside the Animus, so he's in a dream digital simulation. And then you want to give that kind of feeling in the experiment, and you don't want to do anything very realistic. So what we have created is a bit of a surreal game environment, both with the gameplay and the architecture and so on. So it very much feels like a digital dream world that he's gone through. So we think that this emotion you get from the game should match the kind of strange dream world you get being unconscious in a digital simulation.
And also it's again one of the big departures in the level is it's seen from a first-person perspective.
Yes. We decided to go with first person for two reasons. First of all, it works best with that kind of gameplay, and secondly, we thought it was very immersive for the player to experience what Desmond experiences through his eyes. So we thought it was a good change for those reasons.
Any games in particular inspired you? Because when we saw the demo, one of the first things I was thinking about was of course Portal, because that is also the kind of first-person puzzle game.
Yes, absolutely. Portal is probably the strongest influence. I think, in my mind, they sort of created a kind of genre in the first-person gaming, which I personally like a lot. Other games were, for example, Braid, with the time mechanics and platforming. Now, Braid is of course a 2D game, very different game, but still the kind of ideas, something we liked a lot. And the core thing about the design was to find something otherworldly, something where you change the laws of nature and do something weird like that. So almost a kind of a Twilight Zone effect we wanted to have. And creating blocks of matter in empty space felt like something fresh and new. And when we had an early prototype and you could play it, we realized that it was very, very fun in its own, just to jump around and climb around on these blocks. So yes.
But the Assassin's Creed series, though, by now it's clear for everyone that it is one of the biggest franchises on the market. And how do you go about pitching such a radical idea to Ubisoft, of course, and actually getting them to agree on it?
Well, actually, we didn't pitch it for Assassin's Creed ourselves. We spread out the idea among key people in Ubisoft, and we said that, hey, this is an interesting game idea, which is basically just a prototype what we had done, showing the gameplay. And then they came back and said, hey, we think this would be a great new addition, a sort of exotic gameplay for the next Assassin's Creed. And Assassin's Creed is such a strong brand and rich world that it's very suitable to add kind of exotic things like earlier games had other stuff like you know, kind of puzzles and stuff like that. So I think it's a very strong brand, and it's very suitable to exotic gameplay things.
So there's no question about it today. Assassin's Creed is, without a shadow of doubt, one of the biggest franchises in gaming overall. How does that feel to work on a franchise like that, and does it put extra pressure on you guys?
Well, there's some kind of pressure, of course, but it's mostly it's an inspiration. We all went to this building, to this studio, to work to build the best games we can, and being part of AC is. We think just makes the chances for that even better. It's an honor, but it's also an inspiration source.
What has the role of Massive been in the newest addition to the Assassin's Creed series?
What we have developed here is the part where you explore the memory in which Desmond tries to reconstruct his memory. He's in coma in AC Revelations, and I won't tell you too much, but you will try to recreate his memory in a coma state.
Okay. How do you come up with an idea like that? We heard before that Massive is a company that really works on everybody being able to pitch ideas. So how did this idea in particular come up?
It started with one of the guys at the studio here who had an idea for a game concept, and he started to doing experiments on that. And we love ideas, and ideas get shared, and one thing led to another, and then the AC team in Montreal liked it and wanted it to be a part of AC. So the game concept comes from Massive, and then we involve the AC team in the narration and so on, and storytelling that we want to do in the game.
The story of the complete story arc of the Assassin's Creed so far has been pretty focused, but still been able to implement a lot of really cool like parts from the world. Is there any place or any particular area that you personally would like to see in the future?
Oh, it's a hard question. I'm a history nut myself, so I could think of many, but actually I've just we have been so focused on the Desmond chapters here, and I've only seen a bit of Constantinople. I would actually like to explore that more. Yeah, I think I could see a lot of places in history in Europe and other continents I would like to explore more. But
as for Massive in the future, do you hope to work on the Assassin's Creed again? And without, I know you probably can't reveal anything, but are you guys already working on ideas that could potentially find its way to an Assassin's Creed in the future?
Well, today we talk about what the Revelations, but we all have ideas. We all love being part of the AC brand and that project, and what the future holds and what fits and what not fits, let's see. But this far it's been a great pleasure and a big inspiration source for us. So